they want to teach you that the Jews are white. Because when you hear Jew, what do you think about? You think about them white people over there in the land, right? They're not the Jews. Jeremiah 14:2. I'm showing you how this is your book. The only trick that happened is they made you stop seeing yourself in the Bible so you don't believe it because this is our power. That's the difference. The fact that you're not believing in the Bible, you think that is wrong, that's how they're winning. That's the trick.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Why do you subscribe? IUIC New Orleans, subscribe. Go to our YouTube page. Help us to grow. Comment, like, share. What's going on? Make it happen.
All right, so look, you believe they did, right?
I believe it.
All right, cool.
I believe it.
You heard slaves obey your masters, right? Y'all heard that from slavery. The Bible that they so-called gave us. Slaves obey your masters. You heard that before? Is that in the Bible? No, it's not. Get Ephesians. It's Ephesians 6. Get that. That's one thing that they told us in slavery that's not in the Bible. Now, you say you come from a family, your people are past and everything, right? What do they believe in? They Baptist or they Catholic? You got what I want? All right, read this.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh.
Now, did that say slaves? No, it did not say slaves.
Right.
When you read the context, it's talking about servants, because if you had land or you had money and somebody would come and work for you, that word servants is just like employees. Follow the rules of your boss.
Right.
Not slaves obey your master. That's the context of this. You understand? Now, in that Baptist church, what color was Jesus in that Baptist church? We're going to unpack the things that's not in the Bible, but it was taught to us and made it seem like the Bible was the issue.
They don't got no picture.
Okay, it don't have no picture, but how does the Bible describe it? Because I know every church I went in, they had a white Jesus up. They had white angels and everything.
Well, you go to Reaping and Harvest across the canal, I guarantee you ain't gonna see no pagan up there.
Okay, I like that. But let's be real though. Well, what they taught in Christianity and in slavery, did they teach a white Jesus? Yes or no? They did, right?
I
Again.
got my own belief. I know what it is.
Well, let's cancel all of that and just read the word. Come on with it. I'm answering your question. I'm showing you the Bible wasn't the issue. It was the people who was lying. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1.
Straight to the point.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Read it all the way
as
through.
white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So now, you saying you know that, right? Okay, so is this taught in churches? No, it ain't. But listen.
Go to my uncle church.
All right, your uncle might teach this, but you said that's the same Bible the white people taught you. What white people taught a black Jesus?
Listen, I just say I feel like they gave us that to trick us.
Okay,
It been written.
that's what we unpacking.
They got the Quran. They got.
Give me
they got
Psalm
so many
16:11.
different Bibles, and you know I'm telling the truth.
That's true,
They got
but there's a
King
part
James.
that you
They got too
misunderstanding.
many of them, so how I'ma believe in that?
Because
I got
only
to believe
one
in
of them,
myself.
only one of them is untainted and tells the truth.
Right.
Watch, read.
Psalm 68, verse 11. The Lord gave the word.
Who gave the word?
The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it.
You gotta listen. You gotta listen. What's your name, bro? Corey. Who did it say gave the word?
I ain't a him. That's not.
See, you gotta listen. Read it again.
The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it.
Now I got one more for you. You said you feel like white people gave us this to trick us. If they gave us this, would this be in the Bible? Read Romans 9:13 and Revelation 13. If they gave us this to trick, would this be in there? Now, you know who the white man is in the Bible? What's the biblical name for the white man?
Wait, I got a question for y'all. Y'all believe that right now?
Do we believe what?
This right here.
That slavery happened?
All this, the ships and all that. Y'all believe
It
that?
happened and it's in the Bible.
They ain't happening.
Okay, read it.
Hey, you,
Romans 9, verse 13.
Because you already said they gave us this in slavery, so how the hell he talking about this didn't happen? Read.
no.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Now, the Esau is the so-called white man. You heard me, Corey? Esau is the white man according to the Bible. We can prove that, but for time's sake, I want you to stay focused. Right? Read it again.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Why, if they gave us the Bible, why wouldn't they take this out?
I don't believe this.
If they gave us the Bible to trick us, why wouldn't they take out the part about God hating them?
Wooden ships? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, unless
They did not. Now, what you said is not totally wrong. Because when you ever seen Birth of a Nation, you know who Nat Turner is? When they gave him the Bible, guess what they gave him? A Negro Bible where they took certain things out of it.
Right.
You understand? And they only wanted him to teach certain things to oppress or suppress the slaves.
Right.
That's the part that we get misconfused, that the whole Bible ain't no good. You understand? Now, read this part, Revelation.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Now, Corey, did white people put us in slavery, yes or no? Okay, read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go in captivity.
So now, Corey, what did that just say? What did that just say? What did it say? I gotta make sure you read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity
Captivity is slavery. Read.
shall go into captivity.
So you already said they put us in captivity, in slavery, right? That said, what's gonna happen to them?
Shall go into captivity.
So if they gave us the Bible to trick us, why would they leave that in there? Huh? No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you how they tricked us. You know when Nat Turner was teaching? Guess what scripture wasn't in the Bible? John 3:16.
Right.
Did you know that? They took that out because they didn't want us thinking that we could be saved or salvation was for us.
Bring it out.
But now they want to teach, for God so loved the world, and confuse us. But that's talking about the Israelites. That's who we are, the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, let me go back to you, because they did not give us the Bible to trick us. So now, let's go back to your original question. Genesis 49. How do we know Judah is the American flag? How do we know our tribe? Because it was told years ago and then it happened. That's how we know this is the true book. None of that's in the Quran. The Quran plagiarized the Bible, and then the Arabs try to add themselves in there. You understand? But no prophecies is in there. Guess what? Us coming in here on slavery, us coming in slavery on ships, that's in the Bible long before it happened.
Right.
Just like I can read you a scripture right now that shows our men hanging by the stove. That's in the Bible. That ain't in the Quran or no other book. That's how we know this is the truth. Read.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
Why? Because Jesus Christ is from the tribe of Judah. Did you know that? That you and Jesus is from the same tribe. You know why you didn't know that? Because they're not going to teach you that. They want to teach you that the Jews are white. Because when you hear Jew, what do you think about? You think about them white people over there in the land, right? They're not the Jews. Jeremiah 14:2. I'm showing you how this is your book. The only trick that happened is they made you stop seeing yourself in the Bible,
right,
so you don't believe it, because this is our power.
Right.
That's the difference. The fact that you're not believing in the Bible, you think that is wrong, that's how they're winning. That's the trick. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah for them.
Remember, we just read Judah in the book of Genesis, right? Come on.
And the gates thereof languish.
Remember, the leader, when you read Bible history, the leaders of the nation, they sat at the gate to prevent people from coming in and to deal with things. Read.
They are black.
What?
They are black.
What color are the Jews, Corey?
Y'all got me, bro.
Now hold up. It ain't us that got you. The Bible got told you. All we got to do, you say, how we know? I said, all we got to do is open up that Bible and start reading. So if it said, I didn't say that Judah was black, the Bible said that. Why the hell is the white people calling themselves Jews?
Right.
That's a real Bible.
That's the same Bible your uncle that you keep talking about is the same Bible he got. That's why I told you, it's not the Bible, Corey. It's the people that's teaching. Jeremiah 23. We are the pastors. No, 3:15. Huh? We right over here in Lake Forest. The address on the flyer. You ain't stop. Nothing against your uncle, but he not teaching the truth.
Right.
So you need to come up to the school. Read this.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart.
See, all pastors is not according to the heart of God. You know that, right? So guess what? Do we have a collection plate?
Nope.
We ain't asking for no money. The Bible said, freely you have received, freely give.
I know what's tithes and, I really know.
We're not supposed to be giving tithes, though. But that's a different part of the deception. I won't finish answering your question, though. Revelation 2:9. He got the point about the pastors. Revelation 2:9, then we got to finish with Genesis. So you can know your tribe before you leave. Come on.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So wait, the Jewish people, are they in poverty? They are? Talking about the white people in the land, they're poor? That's what poverty means. Poverty means poor. Because I'm looking at poverty.
Right.
The East is poverty.
Right.
You older than I am. The East used to be where black people move when they're doing good. But look at where it's at today. This is talking about the Jews that's in poverty, that's in tribulation. Read.
But thou art rich.
How are we rich? Because the Bible is for us. Salvation is only for the Israelites. God does not love everybody. We read it earlier. He only loved Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
You from Judah. We're going to finish proving that. Come on.
I know the blasphemy of them which...
Read that again. I know the what?
I know the blasphemy.
The blasphemy. Read it again.
I know the blasphemy.
The blasphemy. Come on.
Of them which say they are Jews.
Are you walking around saying you a Jew? But they are, right? So it's clear to know who we talking about, right? Or who Christ talking about. This word's out of Jesus Christ's mouth. Read that part again. I know the blasphemy.
I know the blasphemy.
Blasphemy means lies, Corey. Come on.
Of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
They are the children of the church of Satan. They are not the Jews, but they call themselves Jews. When you are the Jew, we looking at the real Jews who don't know who they are. Go back to Genesis. Now we understand we gonna praise Judah because Jesus Christ is from the tribe of Judah. Read.
Genesis 49 verse 8.
Go to 9, come on.
Verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
Now Corey, think about a young lion. A young lion is fierce, right? Like Simba, right? But it said, from the prey, thou art gone up. We got distracted. Remember the 60s and the 70s? When you had the Black Panthers? When you had Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, when you had all of these men? And there was, guess what? They was going against white people for how bad they were treating us.
Right.
But are we doing that today? We got distracted from that.
That shit don't work, bro.
It don't work. The Bible is the only thing that's going to work. We never tried the Bible. Read on.
He stooped down. He couched as a lion.
So now, hold up, I'm almost finished. So now, black Americans was like a young lion, ready to hunt. Read.
And as a old lion,
Pay attention, Corey. Now, black Americans have become like an old lion, Corey. Read.
Who shall rouse him up?
Now, the only thing that can rise up black men is the Bible. So this is a prophecy, Corey. This is a prophecy of black Judah in the last days. This fit black people.
Right.
Who else you know went head to head with the white man? Who else did it? Nobody. That's how we know this fit black Americans. That's how we know we the tribe of Judah.
Right.
And guess what? The other tribes over there, we can break that down too. But I want to show y'all why do we think we was tricked? Why was we put in slavery, Corey? And what's your name? I ain't get your name, bro. Josh. Why was we put in slavery?
That's the reason we all want to know.
That's the reason you want to know, right?
Everybody want to know.
All right, let me ask you a question. Get Deuteronomy 28:15. You got children? You got one? Two. Okay. Why would you punish your child? For doing wrong. That's why we got put in slavery. We are the children of God. We didn't do what he said, so he punished us. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Read fast.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
The commandments is what God told us to do. Not be a Baptist, not be a Catholic, no religion. He said, Israelites, keep my commandments. That's it. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses told us, Moses was black by the way, Moses told the Israelites, listen, if y'all don't keep God's commandments, y'all are going to be cursed. How do we know this is a real book and it hasn't changed? This was written thousands of years ago. So maybe, let's see if slavery was written then. Read 32.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
So y'all telling me that didn't happen to us? Josh, did it happen, yes or no? Corey said yes. So you telling me you never saw Roots? You telling me you didn't watch 12 Years of Slaves and none of that?
They put it in the movies for a reason.
It's because it happened.
Oh!
Now, that's only one thing. And guess what? It's still happening today. What you think these ICE raids is about?
Bring it out.
Because that's our brothers too. Read 68.
Deuteronomy 28.
Last one, because he's still skeptical about slavery. If this don't do it, I don't know what's going to do it for you. Read.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Egypt is slavery. The children of Israel were slaves in Egypt. Everybody know that. We're going to go in slavery again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, both bondmen and bondwomen.
This is Moses telling us this thousands of years ago. Did that happen, Corey? That's how we know the Bible is a true book.
Right.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.